Canada and the United States share more than 5,000 miles, or nearly 9,000 kilometers, of border across North America. Almost half of that border is water. As far west as the Yukon River Basin, as far-reaching as the Great Lakes, and east to the St. Croix River Basin, there are hundreds of waterways crisscrossing the boundary between the countries. Our shared waters touch the lives of millions of people in both countries who rely on them for living, working, and playing. They connect us, and it takes cooperation to ensure these waters are protected now and into the future. Our lakes, wetlands, streams, and rivers face unprecedented challenges. From pollution to invasive species to water scarcity, severe flooding, and climate change, the stakes are high. In the face of these challenges, the potential for conflict between two countries sharing such vast water resources might have once seemed high. More than a century ago, Great Britain, on behalf of Canada and the United States, negotiated a forward-thinking document to avoid such confrontations. To prevent and resolve disputes, the two countries signed the Boundary Waters Treaty of 1909. The treaty created the International Joint Commission, or IJC, an independent international organization to help the two governments prevent and resolve disputes over their shared waters. The IJC has helped the two federal governments resolve more than 100 issues. In more recent years, the IJC has evolved to consider not only the perspectives of the two governments, but also of the many indigenous nations who have lived on these lands for thousands of years. So, who are the people at the IJC? Each country appoints 3 commissioners. They are supported by professional staff in 3 offices, one in each country's capital city and a regional office in Windsor, Ontario, located in the heart of the Great Lakes. The IJC studies and recommends solutions to transboundary issues when asked by the governments of Canada and the United States. When the IJC receives a request or reference from the governments to investigate an issue, it appoints a board of experts from both countries, including people from indigenous communities, academia, local citizens, and government agencies. Some of these experts conduct studies on a wide range of issues, such as water quality, extreme water levels, and infrastructure, ultimately recommending solutions. Some boards provide oversight and advice on an ongoing basis in different watersheds, while others consider progress and provide advice under the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement. The IJC uses the best available science braided with traditional indigenous knowledge when making its recommendations. In the more than 100 years since its founding, the IJC has successfully performed a wide variety of actions for the governments. Its research into water pollution issues in the Great Lakes since 1913 has helped governments better understand and respond to public health concerns. The Commission was given specific responsibilities under the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, originally signed by Canada and the United States in 1972 and amended several times since then. At the request of the governments, the IJC has provided orders of approvals for projects that will impact natural water flows or levels in the other country. The Commission has been integral in coordinating with federal agencies to align disparate scientific hydrographic data sets between Canada and the United States, which assists decision-makers along our shared boundary. The IJC's recommendation to take an ecosystem approach to transboundary watersheds led to the creation of the International Watersheds Initiative, IWI, in 1998. Under the IWI program, the IJC considers watershed ecosystems as a whole, taking into account local communities, flora and fauna, and attempting to balance all interests on both sides of the border. Collectively, the IJC's boards act as the Commissioner's eyes and ears in each watershed, and you, the public, are also a big part of what the IJC does. The boards and the Commission bring together local citizens, scientists, policymakers, and advocates to hear your suggestions, your concerns, and learn more about the issues affecting each transboundary watershed in which you live. In doing so, the people who live, work, and play along these shared waters can help ensure the health and stewardship of their watershed. So if you happen to live along one of these shared watersheds, the IJC wants to hear from you. There are many ways to connect with the IJC and help with our work. Visit our website at ijc.org. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our newsletter for the latest news and information. Come to a public meeting, sign up for a webinar, send us an email. Your voice can be an important part of recommendations the IJC gives to Canada and the United States. With your input, the International Joint Commission can continue to cooperatively manage our valuable shared waters, ensuring they are protected today and for future generations.